And have you said that's not my name? It was my first day at Westlake High senior year. I'd moved in with my aunt after my parents' divorce turned ugly. Emily Mitchell, the teacher, called during attendance. I didn't respond at first, lost in thoughts about whether my parents were even thinking about me. Emily Mitchell, she repeated, louder this time. That's not my name, I said quietly. It's Emma, the teacher looked annoyed. The roster says Emily. My legal name is Emily, but I go by Emma. I've never been called Emily, she sighed. I'll make a note of it. That small interaction shouldn't have bothered me so much, but it did. My name was one of the few things that still felt like mine. Later that night, I called my mom. No answer. Tried my dad, same result. My Aunt Diane found me crying in my room. They can't even pick up the phone, I said. It's like I don't exist anymore. She sat beside me. They're fighting their own battles right now, Emma. It doesn't mean they don't love you. Then why does it feel that way? 3 weeks later, I got a letter from my dad. He'd moved to Arizona with his new girlfriend. The return address label said, from the Mitchell family. I threw it across the room. The Mitchell family. They'd been together for 4 months. I'd been a Mitchell my entire life. When I finally read it, the letter was full of promises about visits and phone calls. The last line said, Emily, I hope you understand. Emily. He'd called me Emily. He'd never once called me that in 17 years. I called him immediately. You called me Emily in your letter. Silence on the other end. Then did I? Sorry about that, kiddo. That's not my name, I said, my voice breaking. You've never called me Emily. It was a mistake, Emma. I was in a hurry, but it wasn't just a mistake. It was a symptom of something bigger. He was creating a new life where I was an afterthought, a distant memory he couldn't quite recall clearly. My mom wasn't much better. When she finally visited 2 months later, she had a new haircut, new clothes, and a new boyfriend named Craig. Emily's doing well in school, my aunt told her over coffee. I waited for my mom to correct her. She didn't. Later, I confronted her. You let Aunt Diane call me Emily. She looked confused. That's your name, isn't it? Mom, I've gone by Emma my entire life. You named me, you've never called me Emily. She blinked rapidly. Of course, I'm sorry, Emma, I'm just distracted lately. That night I stared at my reflection in the bathroom mirror. Emma, I whispered. Emma Mitchell. The girl staring back looked like a stranger. By graduation, my parents had both moved on with their lives. My dad sent a card addressed to Emily with a generic message that could have been for anyone. My mom didn't send anything at all. When they called my name at graduation, they said Emily Mitchell. And I almost didn't stand up. For a moment, I wondered if I should just accept being Emily now. Maybe Emma was gone, left behind in the rubble of my parents' marriage. But as I walked across that stage, something shifted inside me. Congratulations, Emily, the principal said, handing me my diploma. I looked him in the eye and said clearly, that's not my name. It's Emma. He seemed surprised but nodded. Congratulations, Emma.